Former President Donald Trump is in Milwaukee this morning, now preparing for the Republican National Convention just 2 days after an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania.
And joining us now is the Director of Communications for the LA County Republican Party, Roxanne Hogue. Roxanne, thanks for waking up with us and joining us this morning.
Oh, happy to be here.
So can you talk to us? I mean, what has the reaction been here at the local level? I know people all across the country are stunned that this could even happen. And how concerned are you about President Trump's safety as we move forward in this election cycle, these campaign events that he's likely going to have in the next few weeks and months?
I think we in Los Angeles, certainly, and in California, have understood more than people in swing states just how really dangerous the situation can be. Even in 2016, our convention that took place in Northern California, the about to be president he was blocked by protesters from coming in the front door for a convention, and he had to enter by jumping over a freeway barricade through the back. Several of our conventions that I've been to, police have told us to not wear our credentials and when we go outside. So we understand far too well how high up the temperature has been, and we continue to obviously always pray for his safety, but also those of the people who, like Corey, the rally goer, and the two people who were injured, sadly, in Pennsylvania, for those of us who go just to enjoy, to listen, to participate in the American political process.
Now let's talk about this. In the wake of the shooting, is the GOP making any changes to how it's approaching the election in November?
Well, we've always had to be extra concerned about safety, but in terms of how we approach the election, I think from our perspective, it's just a let it ride and keep everyone safe. President Trump's numbers were certainly ascendant. Joe Biden and the Democrats had stepped on a rake with the debate. And what we're looking at now is just making sure everyone comes out to vote. And after the events of the past couple of days, I don't think we're going to have a lot of trouble getting people enthused.
And President Trump, he had mentioned overnight that we've learned that, initially he was working on a speech that was going to be, I guess, more of an aggressive speech towards the Biden administration and the state of our union. Instead, he says he's going to essentially just throw that out, start over, and he wants to strike a new tone of trying to unite America. What are your thoughts on changing the course of his speech and his message?
I think, given the fact that the man has been a very successful businessman and in entertainment for years before he entered politics, he understands and knows how to read a room, right? And so what may have been a rah-rah motivation, he really takes responsibility and wants to be the one who says, let's all come together and work together for a better United States of America. I mean, Make America Great Again has been his rallying cry for a long time.
I have to ask you, Roxanne, personally, as you saw this all unfold and watch this happen, how did you react to this personally?
Oh, it was devastating as an American. And by the way, as a naturalized American, I'm an immigrant. I came from a country where political violence happened in Jamaica in the 70s, and growing up in that situation, to come to America and feel that we are safe, we are different, we are above the fray, we don't let politics get into people's personal safety and lives. It was horrifying. When I came here, Reagan was shot in the 80s, and I mean shortly thereafter, and it was a reminder of that time, and that should not be partisan. That's all of us.
It really feels like it's a pivotal moment in our nation's history. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm really glad to see that everyone has risen to the occasion here in California. Even yesterday, I know I had lots of friends sharing video of people out on overpasses, flying their American flags and responding positively, which is what we all want to see.
So what do you think this incident reveals about the state of our country? And, we've heard from the higher-ups on both sides saying, we kind of have to cool the rhetoric. We got to cool down the conversation here because it gets so heated at times. Do you think there's really a chance that can be done? I mean, can you get the cat back into the bag, essentially?
Well, I find it fascinating that the arsonists are calling for calm now when you have a speech denigrating political opponents as threats to democracy and the people who vote for your opponent as terrible people who must be stopped at any cost. Yeah, someone paid attention to that. And now, yes, I would love for the temperature to be turned down. And we've seen which side most of those calls came from. What's been especially distressing to me is that politicians ramped this up. Leaders, our elites ramped this up. And now they're all calling for calm. But I don't know if you guys spend any time on Facebook. I try not to. But there are devastating messages from people I know, people I consider friends, people I know to be intelligent, upstanding citizens, saying things like, sorry he missed, and oh, I'm sure it was staged. This is unhinged rhetoric coming from our middle and upper class, and that is the danger, and that's the thing I'm worried about won't be able to be stopped easily.
All right, Roxanne Hogue, Director of Communications for the LA County Republican Party. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.